Hey all, Hiba here. So today we are back in the Napoli, and in this game we also have a random special guest, which I didn't actually notice myself until the end of the battle. And it's Satu, and he happens to be on my team and in a Bourgogne, I believe. I can't remember, but anyway, this is one of my absolute hate maps in the game. It is Atlantic, and it's Capture the Base, and this just invites like really boring gameplay where everyone sits back and nothing interesting happens. And usually the team who wins this battle is the one that just, outlasts the other team. And wow, does it make for very boring battles. I think the general consensus, at least among CCs, is that this map here, like the islands that you need to really be efficient in doing any sort of flanking, they are too far to the side, to the corners of the map, as you can tell here. There's really only the island in the middle of the map and the one I'm sitting behind now that are really usable, except all for the fastest ships in the game might be able to utilize, especially the islands up to the northeast. Going around those three islands, it takes you pretty much out of the battle. And if your team does like less than stellar while you're doing that, you're coming around the flank to like a losing game. And it just makes the battles on this map here really boring, I think, because everybody stays in the middle exactly to avoid stuff like that happening. And it just creates very stale, very boring gameplay. So I definitely think that this map here could need a little bit of an adjustment, especially the spawns. Like if the right and the left spawn were put as far as they possibly could be put to the left and the right, so people have more of an incentive to go that way, and it also takes less time. As it is now, the spawns are too close in the middle of the map, and it just doesn't work. So the domination mode of the map is only slightly better, only slightly, because it's the same problems on domination map, that the center cap is just too exposed for anyone to really want to make a move in there. Except for, aggressive players like myself. And the caps on the sides, it takes too long to get there. It takes 3 minutes, something like that, in some of the slower ships. And, by the time you do that, the game could have gone like either way already. So the way this map here works is just not ideal. There's not, like, the spawns could be changed, like I said earlier, but really the core of the problem is the fact that it's just not very well designed. There's too many islands on the side of the map that don't really provide any benefit to the gameplay, and like I said, it takes too long to get out there to make any sort of difference. Battleship players probably love this map here, because all you have to do is to sit pretty much in your spawn, and then when ships pop up, you shoot at them. You don't actually have to move at all, and that makes the game super boring. Like you can see here in my cruiser, I moved for about, like, I don't know, less than a minute into the island here, and then I'm just making sure that no one tries to flank around this corner here, and that's it. And it's been 5 minutes like that now, and yeah, it just gets really boring. So at this point here, I'm like, okay, this is just terrible. I am going to take on this Alaska, because at least then I can actually do something that would, make me enjoy the game here. So Atlantic is a really weak map. It's by far the weakest map in the game, because it just invites, crappy games, really, like very boring games with no action and, no pulling of crazy stunts or anything like that. It's just trench warfare, really, and it's extremely tedious. So to get some action going here, and also trying to break through on the flank here, I'm taking on the Alaska, the Ruprecht, and some sort of destroyer at the same time. And I know, is it the most intelligent play? Probably not. I would probably better off just sitting where I was, but I was just, as I was saying, that is just too boring, and I just can't play this game if that's the way it goes. So here I'm just holding fire. I want a torp kill, and we get the rubric there. Now I didn't do this on myself. Satu was backing me up in the back. I noticed that, and I am taking heavy, incoming damage here, but it doesn't matter. At least I'm having fun. So finally we have the Shimakaze here. That's what I really wanted. And I'm just trying to get my rear gun on target, but he disappears just before that. And I'm low on hit points here, so I'm trying to keep this Yoshino here off my back, so I can focus on the Shima. And of course the problem in Napoli is that you don't have a sonar. So you gotta be a little bit careful when you are chasing these destroyers here. So we gotta turn in, we gotta get that Yoshino behind the mountain so he can't actually shoot at me. So we've got this Shima here cornered now, so if the battleships can just keep that Yoshino off my back, I'll be able to, if I don't sink the Shima, at least I can take him completely out of the battle. And as we are like well ahead on points, that's probably the right move here. Well, not probably, it is the right move. Because that's what cruisers do. They take destroyers out of the battle. It doesn't really matter how you take them out. Of course, sinking them is better. But in this case here, we just need this guy to stay out here somewhere on the white line. And Satu removed the Yoshino. And that's what I'm talking about, real battleship backup there. Like, he reads the game, he knows what I'm doing. And he realizes, okay, well, like, Hiba will take the destroyer out of the game. I'll just remove the Yoshino, and then I can go and do other things. So here we got incoming torps, and like I said, I don't have sonar, so I have to rely on the agile build I have on my Napoli here, and it works pretty well. But it is a risky proposition here, but it does mean that one of the two destroyers left in this game here, he's out of action pretty much. He can't really do anything. If he doesn't torp me, then, well, he's just finished. So anyway, he is done for, and there's just one destroyer left that I'll try to find now here in the last few minutes of the game. But unless he goes on like a crazy rampage, then I think we are pretty much home free here. So yeah, Atlantic. I kind of liked the game when it first, well, the map when it first came out. But then after you play it like a dozen times, you realize that yeah, this is probably a bit of a mistake. This map here. Land of Fire is also a little bit, at least I don't like that map much. But this one here, Atlantic, it's horrible. It's really, really boring, and it's only marginally better in Domination. And I think it's because it's just like a battleship-focused map. Like I said, battleships, they sit in spawn, and then they shoot, and that's it. And then once you take out enough cruisers, the destroyers can get to spawn and torp the battleships. So yeah, really boring. Anyway, it was good to see Satu again, and I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you out there.